for three. Oh, it's the buzzer beater.
How about that one?
And that concludes the first half. Knicks lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game. And it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
So on the floor for Cleveland, the two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there, J.R. Smith, and it's Mozgov in the pivot spot and in the middle. Let's check out what Boris Berger is for us.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
We consider him a genius-level coach. In the stats, we'll see how he does.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Irving dishes to Love. Back to Irving. Unloads from 13. Rebound by Smith.
It's been a great day for them on the boards. It's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Hardaway from outside. And again, New York with the triple.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
LeBron has a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Smith's got 7 rebounds in the game. And LeBron asked who would be on his Mount Rushmore of NBA greats, Steve. He went with Larry. He went with Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson.
Well, you got to feel like he probably can sort of associate himself with the Big O. You know, the big body, the strength, the versatility. That's what Oscar was all about. That's what LeBron is all about. So nice to see LeBron's recognition of that era of the NBA.
Hard to argue with those selections. He also said he better be up there too. I would agree with that.
Into Smith. And it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway's got 6 assists in the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they have. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Pass to Bargnani. Dishes to Smith. The 8-footer. It's hauled in by LeBron. The Cavaliers trail by 13. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. 9 points and 1 steal as well. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
Yeah, it's really been something, Clark. The energy that he's brought. He's worked his tail off at the offensive end. And first guy back defensively as well.
Messing up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Mon Shumpert has come in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. New York calls timeout. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And it was so important for their bench to come in and play well in that game. I thought that was critical to the victory.
Well, they got contributions up and down the roster, and that's what you need. Everybody who stepped on the floor contributed.
look at some league leaders. Big defense being played by these small forwards. They're leading. Their position in blocks over the last month. Fifth on the list, LeBron James.
Just superb athletic defenders right there, all of them, and aggressive too. They challenge every shot.
You'd really love to see every player devote the kind of energy to their defense that this group of small forwards does.
Thomas passes to Galloway. Now the feed to Hardaway. Wide open. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock in.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. The Cavaliers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting this year, guys. About 75%.
And there's the pass to Galloway. New York, no good that time either.
Well, he struggled a little bit in the second half. But remember, he hit 3 of those in the first half.
And Shumpert kicks to Love. To the paint. He's looking for LeBron and finds it. 4-on-3 break. Pass it to Galloway. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. 15 points in the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's LeBron. Good D by Thomas. The Knicks lead by 11. To the middle. Here's Galloway. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Good job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
New York calls timeout.
At the line for 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Cavaliers trail by 13. In the corner, it's James. Money from the wing. James has got 15.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Hardaway kicks to Thomas. Galloway, the pass to Hardaway. Inside. With 2 seconds left. And the layup is up and in. He's got 19.
38.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
Here's LeBron. And here at the end of the third. Here's Hardaway. They've got Bargnani. He's out there with Lance Thomas. Hardaway is out there with Jason Smith. And it's Galloway in the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Smith with a wide open look. Nailed from three-point land. Smith's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Cavs. Kicks to Bargnani. There's Galloway. And they come right back with their own three-pointers. He's got 22.
And assists like that typify their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Smith. That's good.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Smith, no good. The Knicks leading by 17. Here's Galloway. And again, it's New York.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists. He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
And Irving comes to help. And here is Hardaway. Thomas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys. Analytics has become a huge part of the NBA, and one element of that that jumps out at me is basically the cameras that track every movement of every player and can provide info on when exactly a player gets tired to how much of their time on the floor they are actually running instead of standing around.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Irving dishes to Smith. He feeds it to Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And you can feel the momentum swinging. They needed that shot badly.
Steve, I sense some frustration here. It seems like they're getting a little frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run.
The 3 from LeBron. And he gets it to go. LeBron got 11 points here in just the second half.
He had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
And after the cameras this we were talking about, some teams using it more than others, but they are starting to find and use all sorts of data, Steve, from those cameras.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear how different teams are using that technology. Some teams use it to check on the club's spacing. They'll see how many times a guy is dribbling the ball compared to the season before. That's what it's really interesting.